So, the Knight Riders, they really need to get this score. They've got to score the runs to think about getting into the main draw of the Nokia Champions League 2020. They need 167 to win, and their run chase will start at 8.35 runs per over. Back now to Divya Bhagat.
Yes, I've got Shah Rukh Khan with me. Now, he dons many roles, but tonight only two matter. As the owner of the Kolkata Knight Riders and the brand ambassador of the Nokia Champions League 2020. You enjoying yourself, Shah Rukh?
I'm having a great time. I think whenever I come to Hyderabad, it's fantastic. So, Assalamu alaikum everyone in Hyderabad.
Kolkata started off with a win, but it's looking a little tougher now. A big score to chase tonight?
No, I don't think so. You know, they say the path of love is never smooth. And that's how KKR always plays. But we'll conquer it. Yeah, it's a good score. I think Somerset played very well. But I think we have a good enough team to overhaul this score.
Well, let's go downstairs to Divya Bhagat and get a thought from the Somerset camp.
Yes, I've got Peter Trego with me. Peter, brilliant knock of unbeaten 70. You've taken a liking to the Indian conditions as soon as you've stepped here.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, to post a score like that puts us in with a real chance of getting a result here and going through to the next round. So obviously really important for us to tonight try and defend this total and get through to the next stage of this competition.
Are you really happy with the total, because chasing does get tough under the lights?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've batted out there for the 20 overs and I actually found the last 5 overs really, really difficult, even though I'd been batting a while. So I think it does progressively get a bit harder to bat on, and like I said, whatever we've got on the board, we'll try and defend with our lives.
They are the table toppers in their group, the team to beat. I've got a warrior with me for whom it's almost like homecoming here in Bangalore, Mark Boucher. Mark, back in familiar territory, you know these conditions really well?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to play 3 years for the IPL side, Royal Bangalore Challengers. So yeah, it's like home away from home for me. But good to be back in Bangalore. It's a fantastic place in India.
Guys like Jacques Callis, Gautam Gambhir, Brad Haddin, all in good nick. So you reckon you have the bowling to counter that?
Yeah, look, I think if you look at our side, our bowling is probably our strength. You know, in saying that, you know, Jacques has been in good form. Brad Haddin showed that he can, you know, bat this last game. They got the likes of Yusuf Pathan, who's also showed flashes throughout this competition what he can do. But you know, it's the start of a new game, and we've got a new ball in the hand, but bowling to Haddin and Jacques, and we, as cricketers, know that they can get a first ball just like anyone else can. So, you know, we're going to be trying to nullify them in this game, and along with a couple of the other star players, and you know, obviously just go about our business and try to control what we can control.
Relax and just enjoy the game, advises Dhoni to his young guns ahead of the second test.
The richest cricket board in the world finally says yes to the UDRS.
The heat is on Captain Cook when England take on Sri Lanka in the first ODI today.
But first up, of course, updates coming in from Hong Kong, where the second day of the ICC Chief Executives Committee was a lot more momentous and some breakthrough decisions.
Yeah, certainly, of course. There was a big decision that came in yesterday from Hong Kong. That is, India have finally agreed to the DRS, but with certain terms and conditions. The details and more cricketing news in News Extra. Yeah, certainly, of course, it's going to be a big question that can the current Indian team live up to all that hype? What are your thoughts or views? Do write to us at Cricket Extra at espnstar.co.in. On this Indian Grand Prix special episode of Engine Block,
Red Bull fire up their car and take it to greater heights.
we chat with a high-flying female of Formula One.
And Gary Anderson unravels the logistics of traveling to a brand new Grand Prix.
Petrolheads, start your engines.
Welcome to another India Grand Prix special episode of NJ Block. I am still in India, I'm still in Delhi, and I'm still with the lovely Divya.
Yes, it's the best time to be here. It's a big day today. It's Diwali, so happy Diwali to you and to all our viewers.
Thank you very much. Happy Deepavali, as we say in Malaysia. I've tried to dress the part, but the most important thing is the Festival of Lights is an auspicious way to usher in India's first ever Formula One Grand Prix.
Yes, the entire city will be lit up. Lots of firecrackers, lots of celebrations, lots of good food to be tasted. But that's going to be in the course of the day. We're going to start off in front of the most iconic structure here in Old Delhi, the Red Fort.
Now, I believe it's called the Lal Qila in Hindi?
Absolutely, bang on.
All right, and I also know that it was also home to the Mughal Empire back in the 16th century. So that would be over 4,000 years ago this building was up there.
Very impressive. Yes, the same Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built the Red Fort, who also built the Taj Mahal in Agra, and it runs along the river Yamuna.
You are a wealth of information. So from the Red Fort behind me to the Red Bull of Formula One. They recently brought their show car to India and really wowed the audience.
Yes, they drove on the highest road of India and also the Royal Street of New Delhi. The suspense is finally over with the 5.14-kilometer track at the Budh International Circuit being unveiled. Come 30th October, and this circuit will have revving engines, screeching tires, and for the first ever time, Formula One would have announced its grand entry into India.
Well, all good things must come to an end, and my journey around Delhi ends right here in front of the infamous Qutub Minar.
Yes, this is our final pit stop in front of Qutub Minar. It is one of the most popular structures, not just in Delhi, but in the entire country. In fact, it is the tallest brick minaret in the world.
Wow, well, it is certainly a beautiful, beautiful building indeed. In fact, so beautiful that it actually inspired the trophy designers, and the winner of this Sunday's race is actually going to walk away with a replica of the Qutub Minar, and that's going to be theirs to keep forever.
But before we see who gets their hands on that beautiful trophy, we got to head to the Budh International Circuit for all the race day action. I've got my ticket sorted. Hope you have. Sanjeev's going to be hard at work at the paddocks.
In the paddock, yes. It's been a fantastic journey around Delhi, but the real work begins in the Formula One paddock. Thank you very much for joining us as we went through the motions, and be sure to catch our live coverage of the Indian Grand Prix right here on Star Sports. On behalf of Divya and myself,
Goodbye.
bye-bye. Chalo?
Chale?
Chalo.
It's a brand new weekend, but India continue their test domination. We'll tell you about that and all the latest happenings in Indian cricket in the next half hour on India Cricket Weekly. Let's start with the big stories coming up on today's show. From one stalwart to the other, both who started their career in the summer of 1996 at Lord's. We'll get you up close and personal with the Bengal Tiger, but after a short break on India Cricket Weekly, stay with us. It's a city which is also home to Queensland cricket. Hello and welcome to The Academy, the show that takes you to the top cricket academies around the world. This week we are here in Brisbane. Now I'm standing in front of the Brisbane River, but we're not here to explore the city. We're here to explore the cricket academy that has produced both the #1 men and women's team in this sport. Here at the Centre of Excellence, there are 4 Indian young guns who've been awarded the Border Gavaskar Scholarship, and out of the lot I have with me Virat Kohli. Virat, how's your experience been here at the Centre of Excellence?
We've been here for the last 2 weeks now, and it has been good so far. We've been having practice sessions as well, and playing in the bowling machine and playing to the Australian bowlers as well has been a good experience. We've had a 2020 match as well, and the training sessions have been going well. So far it has been really good.
To thrive at the elite level, there is increasing importance on Australian teams to continue to be successful. But there must also be a process that keeps replenishing talent at the top end. With both men's and women's team holding the #1 ODI rankings, it is important for Cricket Australia to ensure this position as world leaders is maintained. And this academy provides the support necessary for continual improvement and innovation in the game of cricket. It's time for me to take your leave from the Centre of Excellence in Brisbane. Hope you enjoyed this experience as much as we did. We'll be back next week at a new destination, a new academy. Till then, goodbye. It's been an eventful cricket week with the ICC annual conference in Hong Kong hogging the entire limelight. Plus the action from the West Indies, also Sri Lanka's tour of England. But more importantly, your emails, your SMSs, your requests. What you want to see is what we bring on this show called Star Mail. So what's lined up in the next 30 minutes in today's episode of Star Mail? Let's take a look. Kevin O'Brien, they're an explosive batsman of the future, but now we move to an explosive batsman of the past. In fact, a legend in international cricket. Someone who bid farewell recently to international cricket. We're talking about Sanath Jayasuriya. Hello and welcome. You're watching Just Golf with me, Divya Bhagat. Now, Phil Mickelson spent most of his off-season working on his physical conditioning, reducing weight and building those muscles. Of course, he needed that extra bit of strength to lift the burden of his US Open collapse last year. And the American put the disaster behind him at the Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. Stuart, welcome to Just Golf. Now, we heard you had a promising career as an Australian rules football player. So how did you switch to golf?
I started playing golf when I was about 14, 15. I was playing football at the time, but only at a local level. I was growing out of the division. I was too old for the division I was in, and it was interesting because I loved football, but golf was becoming part of my life.
Michelle Wee has been competing against the men trying to make her cut. You weren't too happy about it. Why was that?
Michelle Wee is a fantastic talent. She has a real talent. She has the ability to be maybe the best women's player ever. She's very young and she's showing a lot of talent. I'm not sure that her playing with the men is going to do anything for her career.